It also includes here a romantic love tent for reproduction and other stunning 3D components.
Join the team.
Ooh, I'm the dancing queen. Hey team, this is the McGuire Review, and today we're going to be taking a look at a new game from WizKids. We do have a few titles here that we're going to be doing that are new from WizKids. We just released one just recently if you want to check that out on the channel. But this one is The Age of Dirt, a game of uncivilization. It's a pretty cool little game, as you can see here with the components that we have on the table. And it is a lot of fun as well. Okay, we got 45 minutes on this one, age 14 plus and 2 to 5 players. It comes with, as you can see, quite a few of these little boxes and different things you need to build in the game, and they'll stay kind of this way and go back into the box. The box is designed for those things to fit back in once they've been built. It also includes here a romantic love tent for reproduction and other stunning 3D components. Okay, so let's get right in here, and I will show you just real quick the inside of this box. You can see how it's designed for everything to kind of go right back in. We take some of these out. There are some extra baggies as well that you'll find included. But the inside of the box is all cut out there for everything to fit back in once it is built. And that's nice, right? You can quickly get everything kind of back in the box. Okay, into the game, we've got our book here. Very straightforward, very simple. It's got a blue background with a dark black and gray colored text. Pretty easy on the eyes. Very simple and straightforward. You can see that's all the rules of the game. Okay, so simple game, simple rule set, fantastic components. We'll hit each one of the components really quick, and then we'll get into a little bit of gameplay because the game is very simple and very straightforward. It's really just a mechanic of utilizing where do you go into these different environments. These 4 different environments they have here. They got the mountains, the forest, the plains. Oop, got a little something under there. And then they got the love tent here that you can use to get more clan members if you so choose to use that strategy. And then you have your tower here, which you'll have to go through the passage. And that's a really cool mechanic in how that works here with the drumstick. So these things kind of work together, the passage and the drumstick. You've got a board here that's going to store your reserves. You will start the game with 4 clan members on each one of the boards. I got a 3-player game set up here for Bear, Smokey, and me. And then there are the reserves that will sit here as well. And you'll be able to get those reserves off of the board as you reproduce and you make more clan members, or the members will go back. They are attacked by the saber-toothed tiger, which does live in the plains, and it will always be there in the plains, or the bear. Ha-ha! Yeah! In the game, buddy. In the game. All right, so we do have a bear in this title. Thank you, WizKids. I know you did that just for me. Probably not. Just got lucky. Regardless, it doesn't matter. Bear's in the game. Okay, so we do have the 3 different areas and the resources that come with those areas. Fur with the plains. Here in the forest, you can get wood or berries. Here in the mountains, you can get herbs or stone. And I do love, just from a component perspective, these little printed chits. They went with cardboard chits for this that are printed up, and I'm glad that they did versus just wooden components. I like the fact that the little clan members are little meeple, little wooden meeple type components, and I like that they went with the printed ones on this. I'm actually more of a fan with these games that have resources that don't use the wooden bits and use these little printed pieces. I mean, the wooden things are cool if they have a really good design or they have some print on them, but just having the artwork, I think it looks really appealing and nice on the player board with these little artistic printed chits versus just wooden bits. Each player will have a player mat here, and this player mat can be flipped and you can build a bigger cave. How this works is within each one of these caves, there are different spots here on the board. And this one you can see there's 4 spots here on the board. And each one of those spots can only hold 1 of the resources. And then you'll find that there's a few different types of things you can do here action-wise on the board. So you can spend a stone and be able to flip your board and have a bigger cave. You can spend a wood at any point in time to repair your spear or your drum. We'll talk about those things. You can spend an herb to draw another invention cards. You can be inventing things and gaining Rockstar points, which is the main purpose of this game. Once you hit 10 Rockstar points, you can win, and it's an immediate. It isn't like, oh, I hit 10, and everybody gets another round. The second someone hits 10 of these Rockstar points, they're very simple. You just add them up for what you've done. You have it flipped up. Everybody knows kind of where you are. You're immediately the winner once you hit 10. And you can see here on the other side that you'll have a larger cave, which giving you 6 spots to be able to store resources. Now that's important because you can only store up to 1 resource in each one of those little spots on your board. So this isn't a game where you're going to be acquiring just massive amounts of resource. You're going to be able to acquire just the amount that you can actually deal with, and very carefully and strategically spending those resources, whether it's for different types of upgrades that you can do as a player, or if it's for trying to accomplish innovation cards, where you can see that we have 2 here that are always out for any player to be able to accomplish. Those are called the to-do list, and anybody can go for the 2 that are out here. You will also have cards that are in your hand. You will start with one of these clan cards. There is a small deck of these clan cards, and that will kind of give you some type of customization per clan. You'll start with that in your hand. Those are very simple, and they follow the same perspective as any of these other invention cards, where these cards are very simple. You'll have some resources that are listed right up here. You pay those resources, and then you're able to do what's on the card, and that may be a permanent effect. It may be something that's a one-time effect for the player. And it really is that simple. That's how these cards work. Everybody starts with one of those. You do start with a drum and a spear, and one of them has to be ready to go, which is on its side that is kind of colored in, and one of them has to be broken, which is in more of its kind of grayscale tone there. And you will decide that as a player, if do you want your spear ready to go and your drum broken, or vice versa. But you can't have them both ready to be used. So for example, Bear went with he's ready to go with his drum, broken spear, we got a broken drum, a spear ready to go, a broken drum, and a spear ready to go. Now the spear will allow you to repel any of the predators within this game, which will be the saber-toothed tiger or our friendly bear. The drum will allow you to call members back, and that comes into play when there are villagers, when there are members of your clan that are inside of the passage tunnel here. This is where this comes into play. If you want to at any point in time drum to get more people to come out, because this is really a fantastic little component. The mechanic of this game is you will choose at certain points in time to say, okay, I'm ready to call people back. And you'll pick one of these up. You'll take what's ever in there. And then nobody can ever look down in there. And you'll drop those things, you'll drop your little villagers, whoever's in there, other players as well as yours, down into this, and only some of them will fall out. And the reason is because how this is designed. It's got little, different areas that sort of catch the villagers as it falls down through there. So they're always not all going to come out. And it may be in your benefit, if you have a drum that works, to pick up the drum and say, okay, I'm going to use this drum. And you will have up to 3 times to hit these different paddles just once. So, you can hit this one 3 times, you can hit this one once, this one once, this one once, however you want to do it, but you only can drum up to 3 times. And get more of those to kind of, jolt and fall out. So that's how that mechanic works with this little drum, and it's a really cool thing as you're playing the game. It adds a lot of fun and theme to the game as well. Especially when you have, your clan members in there, and you start and you think, okay, I need to get mine out, and you drum it, and all that falls out is like some other clan members, members. So it's like you don't get what you need out, because how this game works is whoever falls out, that's how you gain the resources. Okay, so now let's hit very quickly kind of the rundown of the game. When it is your turn, you're going to be able to do one of 3 things. You're going to be able to deploy your clan members, 1 or 2 of them, into these different areas. Okay, or you're going to be able to call back your clan members and collect resources. That is, you're going to select one of these areas, you're going to pick it up, you're going to put that in front of you, and then those are the clan members that get dropped into the passage. Once they come out, that will dictate which resources that you get to take, and it's for all the players that would be in that area once a member decides to collect from that different area. Or you can spend resources. So let's say you have resources on your board ready to go. You can decide to start spending those resources and taking different actions, maybe even building some of your cards. All right, so the game really is that simple. Once someone has 10 of the rock stars, they're immediately the winner. So we're going to get right into some gameplay here, and we'll look at what we have here on our to-do board. We've got the green tent. It allows us to immediately take one berry or one herb once we build it, and it's worth 2 rock stars. Okay, there is a berry, an herb, and a fur that's able for that, and then we have Rock of Altar. Now this one's an interesting one. You're gonna shuffle this up random, and then you're gonna put 2 out in front of everybody. This is a 4 rock star card. So this is probably going to be one the players are really going to be going after right from the bat, and everybody's going to be battling over this because 4 rock star card is a pretty high card. It takes an herb, a stone, and 2 furs. Okay, so we can get herb and stone from the mountains, and we get furs from the plains, but now we've unleashed the saber-toothed tiger into the passage, so you better have your spear ready to go if that's what you're going to want to go for. Because again, you can use your spear to ward off any of the predators. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start the game. We're going to say that Bear is first player here with the first player token, and he's got a drum ready to go and a broken spear. And let's see what our clan cards are. We'll go ahead and turn those over just for demo purposes. And his clan card is the Brat Breed, which costs a wood and an herb to get going. It says you may discard any resource to use as a drum. That's pretty powerful to call back members. He might want to work on that right from the beginning. However, this card is probably going to be something that everybody's going to go for right at the beginning of this game. So he's probably going to hold off. We got the Hidden. You may avoid events. Wow, that's really powerful. Ooh, this player may actually go for this right from the beginning because avoiding events, that's a pretty powerful, like passive, locked-in sort of power. And then we got the Shaman von Thanderl. That's nice. You may spend 1 herb or 1 berry instead of losing 1 clan member by predators or cards. That's powerful as well. Okay. All right, so Bear is going to initially go for, we need stone, we need herb. Now, it does take 2 members to carry a stone, unless you are the player that selects to call back and collect resources from this area. Each one of these areas do provide a bonus. Well, this one doesn't. The Plains doesn't provide any bonus. Now, at the Love Tent, there isn't necessarily a bonus outside of when you put a meeple in. If you have more than 1 of your color come out, they quote-unquote mate, and then you are able to pull another one of your clan members. You also can do tribal relations, where if you both agree, like if there's 1 pink that comes out and 1 blue that comes out, you can mate, and each one of you can take another one of your clan members that are in the reserve here. Sometimes that's beneficial for you, sometimes it's not, because you don't necessarily want another player having more of their cave members ready to go, because then they can actually have more option to do more things. So that's up to you if you want to do that. That's how the Love Tent works. Again, there is no bonus for the Plains. With the forest area here, you will be able to repair either your spear or your drum. That's your special bonus. And over here, for every one of your cave members that come out, you are able to take a stone. That is very important because it does take 2 cave members generally to get a stone, because they're heavier, so it takes 2 of them to carry a stone. Otherwise, if you're the person that collects from here, every person can take up to 1 stone if they want to. So that's very beneficial. All right, so for Bear here, Bear is going to go and just put 2 right into that stone because I want to ensure that I'm able to get that stone, and I can use any extra stones to start upgrading my hut. So that's what Bear's going to do. His turn is over, because again, you can only do one of those 3 different types of actions. Now we're here. So what am I going to do? I really am going to start to work on this hut. I'm going to actually go 2 right here. That's what I'm going to do. And then Smokey is going to go 2 as well. Smokey is going to go for 1 for the stone, and hopefully, you know what? Smokey's going to go 2 for the stone as well. Okay, round 1 is over. We're back to Bear. Bear is going to deploy some more cave members, and I think this time we've already got 2 in the forest. I think we're going to go 1 for the plains, and we're going to go 1 for the stone. Because again, you can deploy up to 2, and you can put them in different areas. Now the blue is going to do, you know what, I want to bulk up. I'm going to go I'm going to go here to the love tent, and I'm going to put the other one on the love tent as well. All right. Now we're at Smoky, and let's go. We need some plains, and I'm going to go in the forest as well. Okay, now we're back to Bear, and Bear, doesn't have any other people to put out. So at this point, you really, there's no resources anyone has. There's no people that can be deployed any further. So Bear is definitely going to gain resources, and Bear is going to go for that stone. Okay, so you pick that up, and you put it in front of you there, right in that spot. And now it shows that this player is going for the stone resource, and we have 2 greens, and we have 3 of the pinks. So green, so Smoky and Bear are the ones that have gone for this area. So at this point now, we would put this in. Now, Bear is going to get the bonus of every single person that falls out. He can get a stone, which is pretty powerful. So we're going to put them in the passage. Okay, and we did have 4 that fell out. Now, there was more than went in than fell out, but we did have 4 that fell out. And that was a pretty good roll. Now, Bear may want to say, you know what, I really want to bulk up on resources, so I am going to go ahead and use my drum, and I'm going to hit. Now, you can't ever look in because then you can see where it's sitting. So now I have to decide, where do I want to tap? I'm going to tap here on this middle peg, and I'm going to use that for 1. Oh, nothing came out. All right, I'm going to go 1 more. Oh, nothing came out. Okay, I'm going to go on this last one for the 3rd. Oh, there it is. I got it. Okay. Okay, so the 3rd one came out for Bear that I think there was only 3 of the pinks. I can't remember. So it doesn't matter at this point. There's no one else that can use their drum. Now, any other player at this point can use their drum as well in turn order around the table, and that might be beneficial. It may not be, okay? If most of theirs have come out, they might not want to use their drum because I don't want more of someone else's clan members to come out. And they will stay in there, okay? It isn't like whatever doesn't come out, then you shake it out and restart. Whatever's left in there, if there's anything left in there, will stay in there going through the rest of the game until it comes out. And that's a fun mechanic as well. All right, now, Bear will get a stone for every one of the single people. So we'll go ahead and do Bears first, and Smoky will get some resources as well from here, either herb or stone. So Bear is actually going to take 2 stones, and that uses 2 of his 4 spaces, and he's going to take 1 herb. That will allow him to already have the herb and the stone here, another stone to spend to upgrade his cave. He's only missing the furs to be able to get to this rock star. Now Smoky is going to do, he can only do an herb and an herb or 1 stone because it takes 2 to carry a stone. He's going to go ahead and use both of his workers to carry that stone. And then those workers are going to come back to the board, and Bear's workers are going to come back to the board, and that's it. And now this is going to be placed back here. And now that turn is over. Okay, it is now my turn, and I am going to go ahead and go to the old love tent, and I'm going to collect resources, and I'm the only one in the love tent right now. So hopefully I'm able to have both of these come out, because if I'm not, I don't have my drum ready to go. It might have been smarter for me to flip this first and get my drum ready to go and then go for the love tent, but I'm taking a little bit of a risk, and I'm going to try to see if both of my cave members come out. So they go in. Oh, and only one of them come out. Okay. In this instance, and only one of them comes out, they immediately go back to work. It's the only rule in the game where they wouldn't come back to your game. If only one comes out, they're just locked into their job, and they go right back to work. And I can even go back to the tent here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right back in the tent, and that's where I'm going to go, okay? And that is my turn, because that was my turn to collect resources. It is now Smoky's turn. Smoky's going to collect resources from the forest here, which is going to allow to make one of their spear or drum unbroken. I'm going to unbreak my drum. Now I have my spear and my drum ready to go. I've got 2 blues and a green that are ready to go, so we'll put those in. And all 3 of them came out. Nice. Okay, so that really benefited me because I had 2 of them come out, and they only had 1. So I'm going to go with an herb. No, I can only go with wood or berries. I'm going to go with a wood because I can use that to cash in to repair things. So I'm going to pull that in. Okay? And that's my one worker. Blue now gets 2. And I'm going to go with... I'm going to go with a wood and a berry. Just get 1 of each one of those things here ready to go. So I'm pulling those back over, and that's that. Okay? That was my turn. That now goes back. Now it's Bear's turn again. Bear is going to deploy 2 more in the plains because I'm going for those furs. I'm really focused on trying to get that. Now I have wood and a berry. I need one of these herbs to be able to not have to do events. So you know what? Now I'm gonna hold off. So I need an herb. So I'm gonna do 1 there, and I'm gonna do 1 in the plains. That's what I'm gonna go. Okay, we're now to Smokey. Smokey needs. I'm gonna do 1 in the plains, and I'm gonna do 1 in the woods because I do need this for the shaman here. And that's what I'm gonna do. So now we're back to Bear. Bear is going to go ahead and collect resources, and I'm going to collect resources from the plains, and that's dangerous because I do not have my spear ready to go, and I do have a lot of people that are there. That probably was not smart to do that, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay, so we're going into the plains, and the saber-toothed tiger is now in there. These players do have their spears ready to go to defend. I do not, so this could not be a good thing for me, but we'll see how it works out. Oh, so much came out. Okay. All right, saber-toothed tiger did come out. The saber-toothed tiger will eat 1 of each one of the clan members that came out. All right, so now the players have a decision to make. Do I allow my clan member to get eaten or not? I'm absolutely not, so I'm going to use my spear to the saber-toothed tiger. I'm going to use my spear to the saber-toothed tiger, and I'm going to save my clan members and be able to bring them back without getting eaten. Well, I don't have a spear. My spear is broken right now, so 1 of these will go to the storage area, and then 2 of them will come back. All right, they each will bring back a pelt, and that will be... I can't, so I can only hold up to 1. So I can either get rid of something, and I don't want to do that because I need... Dang it. All right, so I got 1 pelt, and I'll get rid of that there. I can only bring back 1 because I have 4 spaces. So on my next turn, I need to spend resources and upgrade my cave. Okay, that goes back. Saber-toothed tiger always goes back into the plains, ready to kill. Okay. Okay, so that's where we're at this point. Now we get to my turn, and I don't have enough. I'm going to deploy my last... You know what? I'm going to spend a resource. I have to. I'm going to spend this wood, and I'm going to get my drum fixed because I want to make sure that I can call people back properly. So that's my turn. We're now to Smokies. We need an herb and a berry, so I'm going to go right here because I want to get the shaman up and going. Now we're back to Bear's turn. Bear is actually going to spend resources. I'm going to spend 1 stone, cash that in, and then I'm going to upgrade my cave. And when I do that, I'm able to also gain another innovation card. So I'm going to upgrade the cave. All right. I'm going to replace. So now I have 6 spots available, and I'm going to gain a card here. I can either draw from the to-do list, or I can draw from here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just draw from the to-do list and take this out. So now it's mine. All right, so that's also a strategy in upgrading your cave, because now you can grab from either the to-do area or you can grab from the innovation. Boom, that card is now mine, and I will have that in my hand. Very, very good. You have to automatically replace the to-do. So we got an event. This is how event cards are going to come out. I will draw another card, but I will have to do this event first. It says, put the bear cube into any area. When it falls out of the passage, everyone loses 1 clan member, which also fell out. Use the spear to protect your clan. Same way the saber-toothed tiger works. So that's immediate. So now we go ahead and we grab Bear, and Bear is going to go into any area. Bear's going to go into the forest. That makes sense. So we're going to put Bear into the forest. And now we're going to draw another card. It's another event. Wow. Prehistoric Mixer. One member from every clan slips away into the love tent. Okay, so we just automatically take one member from every clan that's available, and they slip away into the love tent. Let's draw another card. And another event. This one has to do with the torch here. So throw all available clan members of all players into the passage. The player with the most afterwards wins the torch. It equals a permanent spear. Wow. Well, I'm the only member that is left. So there we go. 2 fell out. I'm the only one that's left. I now have the torch. It is a permanent spear. So at all times, now for the rest of the game, I have the torch, and I always have the ability to repel any threat. Awesome. That was very powerful. So now we're going to the next card, which is finally a new to-do list. It says Craft Love. Immediately flip your drum on its working side. If you're able to complete that, it's with 2 rock stars, so we'll put that right there. And now we have a new rock star list built and ready to go. Yeah, I think we're going to stop the demo there because most of the play round that we've done so far has covered pretty much every rule and even mechanic in the game. I'm glad it actually went that way. That was a random shuffle that I did. There was nothing that was stacked or predetermined for the demo, so that actually worked out pretty well. All right, team, that is Age of Dirt by WizKids Game. You can see it's a very simple, very straightforward game, but it is a lot of fun. I would highly recommend this as a family game. Maybe this would be good for your gaming group as a fun little filler, something that's a little lighter for like a more, hardcore gaming group, I would say. But from a family perspective and a family game, if you want to play this with your kids, you want to play this with your family, you want to use this as a kind of a gateway game, you get some friends that come over, hey, let's get out a game, something very simple and straightforward. This one is definitely a winner. I love the thematic design. I love the artwork. I love the components. It's simple. It's straightforward. It's a lot of fun. Great job, WizKids team. Highly recommend. So hit that like, hit the subscribe below to join the team. Keep rolling in, Chris. This has been the McGuire Review, and we'll see you next time, Bear. Let's roll!